I'm Josh, the brewer and owner of Resting Devil Brewery. We're based in the back room of the Chesterfield Arms. Resting Devil is Chesterfield's smallest microbrewery. We're a 400 litre brewery, so in cask terms, out of a single brew, we've managed to get to about 9 gallon barrels out of a single brew. It makes us the proper small end of the market, but that also allows us to do many different beers in small batches, concentrate on the quality and the diversity of the beer instead of producing mass amounts. The brewery came about during the pandemic. It was a way that we could see to diversify the pub that we already had and come back fighting with something new and something unique to the area. I've been in the brewing trade now for 13 years. I've had the privilege of working for two brilliant, fairly local breweries. Me and my wife have had the Chesterfield Arms for coming up to 5 years now, so it just sent a brilliant natural progression to combine what I was doing as a trade and make something special for the both of us in the town. The name Resting Devil, it actually comes from local Chesterfield folklore. The story goes that the devil was flying over the town and decided to take a rest on the spire of St Mary's Church in the centre of Chesterfield. He got a bit upset when people in the church started singing and rejoicing, and he took off, but forgot to unfurl his tail from the spire, wrenching it into the crooked state that it's in now. So it's just a nice nod to, well, not the history of the area, but the stories of the area, and it also leads into many of the names for the beers and what we aim to do with the brand. The beers that Resting Devil do, at the minute we're still pretty much about 80% cask ale. We've done 6 different beers. These range from session pale ales at 4%. We've got 6% West Coast IPAs. We do an ESB. We've launched a gluten-free beer recently, and we even have our summer beer at the minute, which is called Chupacabra, which is a hazy Mexican pale brewed with agave syrup and lime zest. I guess our narrative as Resting Devil came off the back of the Resting Devil name. That was taken from folklore. So the more I sort of thought about it, I wanted all of our beers to have some sort of narrative and to be able to tell a tale. So we spent months looking at folklore and legends from around the world. So every beer we do is named after a similar story from somewhere else. That allows us to always have that constant narrative, so people will hopefully know that it's one of our beers just by seeing the name of a beer upon a blackboard. But also it gets us to be able to put some sort of history or story into the beer itself. So we can name a beer after a legend and that beer have something from that, whether it be ingredients from the country of origin or the style of beer from the age that the story might have happened. Names of beers so far, we've got our Twisted Pale, which is another nod to the folklore of Chesterfield, the devil ragging the church spire. Our West Coast IPA is called Banshee, after the Irish legend. We did a stout called Dagda, again that's from Irish folklore. We've got an ASB called Crooker, which is a little bit more local. That's a story from Darley Dale in the Peak District about a tree that used to like to drown people in a river there. On to the keg beer we do. We've got a beer called the Coos County Wood Devil, which is from the New England part of the United States, and that's meant to be some sort of creature along the lines of Bigfoot. We're just in the process of launching Punxsutawney, which is named after Punxsutawney Phil, which people might know from Groundhog Day. I thought that was a story made up purely for the film, but no, they do bring a groundhog out to see what the weather's going to be like every year. And so far the feedback for the beers has been really good. Over the next few months we are looking into bottling our own beers. The plans for the bottle range are all going to be quite strong and specialist ales, the sort of beers that we couldn't get away with producing en masse in cask. We get to play with the bottle and hopefully open up new markets for us. We're hoping to sell mainly around the local area, but also we are having plans to have an online shop, so you'll be able to order direct from us as well. The cask beer we produce in the brewery is only ever going to be on sale in the Chesterfield Arms. We're wanting to keep the cask ale as a unique selling point to the pub. So, you know, if if you want to try the beers, you've got to come here, you've got to come to the home of the devil. Moving forward, when we start kegging a lot more frequently, we've got dealings with a local wholesaler that can get our product out to more pubs. To anybody out there that's not visited the pub or not heard of the beer, call in, come and try it. We try our best with every aspect of the pub, and the quality and the consistency of the beer, it is at its forefront. So if you do like beer and you want to try something new that you've not tried yet, come and visit the Chesterfield Arms, give it a go.